Thank you, Jim. You, Jim.
Loving it. I'll get off my knees now.
Every now and then.
When we were younger, we used to go listen to bands. Music was really big for us, and we loved to go hear different bands. And he would be, we'd be dancing, and we had a lot of friends, so we would switch dancing, dance with other wives or husbands. And one of the big things that he was well known for was right in the middle of a slow dance, he'd suck his belly in and his pants would drop to his knees, and everybody would just roar laughing, and it would be the end of the dance for everybody, because the rest of the time everybody's just standing there pointing at him laughing. And so he got to be well known doing that.
Take my hand, let's walk through love's doors and be free from the world once more. Here's my heart, we can hide today and love the world away. Once again.
Back in when we were a little bit younger, there was band practice once a week in the living room. There was a pool table that my dad bought off of the Tamarack Tavern in the living room, and there was lots of fun drinking going around, and we were just young, but we just seen how much fun they really had all the time, and it was the music that really made that, them get-togethers that much fun. And then it just really never stopped. There was music. My dad would sing he'd sing when he was happy, he'd sing when he was sad, he would sing when he was anxious, he would sing, you can almost tell by the song he was singing what kind of mood he was in. But he was always singing and humming and whistling.
Let's walk through love's doors and be free from the world once more. Here's my heart, we can hide today and love the world away. We can love the world away.
Personality, just his general everyday happiness that just lights people up, just puts people from a bad mood to a good mood, just to be in his presence. And how warm and, I don't know, like therapeutic his hugs were. No matter how hard things are, to just take it away from you.
Like a night we made love in the hallway, slept all night long on the floor.
He was just so awesome. His ability to make people feel good about themselves, whether it be through singing or just a simple phrase or, a word that he would say would just lighten people's day, brighten their day. When he sang, it just made everybody happy. He just was kind. He was a kind, gentle giant who you could always count on to make you smile and make you happy. That's what I love best about him.
You are my favorite memory of all. First time we met is a favorite memory of mine. You see, time changes all it pertains to, but your memory is stronger than time.
And he did get better enough to enjoy some good time with definitely his closest people, his family. We spent time with him. I mean, it was our honor to spend time with him every day.
Well, I don't need a whole lot of money. I don't need.
Went to go out for the night and end up it's 10 o'clock and here rolls Big Jim into the pub saying, let's go look for some karaoke. You just got yourself the funnest night of the whole year and you didn't even know how it was going to go or when you were going to leave or when you were going to be back, but it was going to be fun and it was going to sound good and everybody was going to be smiling.
With my baby, she's alright. With my baby, she clean out of sight. Don't you know that she is? She's some kind of wonderful. Yes, she is. She's some kind of wonderful. Yes, she is. She is. She's some kind of wonderful. Yeah, 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 yeah. When I hold. To the limit, one more time. They got whiskey, women, music and smoke. It's where all the cowfolk go to do ski boogie. Got a good job, I work hard, quitting time. I hit the door running, I fire up my pickup truck and let the horses run. I go fly down that highway to that hideaway, stuck out in the woods.
And I know that that's what he appreciated the most, and he told us that the only thing he wants in the world and the greatest gift that you could ever give anybody is their time. And it's true.
With no purpose or direction to his life.
There were a lot of fun times with Big Jim, and we had a good time.
Get himself together.
When the kids were younger, we took a road trip. My dad lived in Arizona, and so we drove cross country. And on the way back, we were going through Yellowstone National Park. And they just had a fire, so it was really devastating through there, but it was just really awesome to see all of that. And the girls were sleeping in the back, and I can remember Jimmy and I can't remember how old he was. He was probably 9 or 10. He was always awake watching, and so this moose came running across, and it was in a small town where the traffic was slow, and so I said to Jimmy, let's go follow this moose. And Big Jim's like, no, 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 you can't do that. So Jimmy and I jumped out of the car, out of the van, and we went running towards this moose. And the moose ran down a hill and ended up right at the edge of a lake. And we thought that was awesome. And we were probably 20, 30 feet from this moose, and this moose turned around and started snorting at us. And And so we just kind of hightailed it back up the hill, and Jim's like, "What are you thinking? You can't do stuff like that, you know." It was a beautiful trip. It was a couple weeks long, and we had a great time.
Let the devil take tomorrow. For tonight I need a friend. Yesterday is dead and gone, and tomorrow's out of sight. All I'm asking is your time. Help me make it through the night.
At first, the trip down to Duke was just scary to even think about what we had coming ahead of us. But it's the only time that we ever would have had that vacation with all of us.
Due to his diagnosis with cancer, we were able to kind of reconnect as a family of 5. And we got to take a couple road trips together that probably never would have happened if Dad hadn't gotten sick with cancer.
You better put your flat feet on the ground. All you wanna do is ride around, Sally, ride, Sally, ride. All you wanna do is ride around, Sally, ride, Sally, ride.
You know, life is busy and hectic and things get in the way, and I don't know that I would have had that quality time that I got with my dad in those 18 months that he was sick if he hadn't gotten sick, because, you know, everybody's busy and you just forget how important it is.
From then on, it was just family. Every day was a family reunion.
And that's where we would all go when our work day was over, went to see Dad and eat with Dad and sing with Dad and laugh with Dad.
It was definitely a special time when we could just leave work and leave town and just reconnect as a family of 5, you know, with my mom and dad together again, and, you know, all 3 of us kids during that time together. I would say, you know, there were a few days in a week where we weren't all together, at least for dinner or, you know, for a little while before Dad went to bed each night. We just really got a chance to have quality time and to actually get to know each other a little better as adults, and so I'll definitely cherish that time forever.
When you and your friends are worried about me, I'm having lots of fun. Counting the flowers on the wall, that don't bother me at all. Playing solitaire till dawn with a deck of 51. Smoking cigarettes and watching Captain Kangaroo. Now don't you tell me I've nothing to do. Last night I dressed in tails, pretending I was on the town. As long as I can dream, it's hard to slow the swinger down. So please don't.
Jessie was there during the day. She quit whatever she was doing. I can't remember what her part-time job was, and she was there every day taking care of them, taking them to the doctors. Jimmy was there in the evenings to help out. Jackie would come after she got out of school. Everybody pitched in and cooked meals, and it was just the family time that we never had from the time that the kids were little. Everybody just seems to get busy and go their separate ways, but I think that he was the happiest that he'd ever been during that time, even with a terminal illness, just to have the family all back together. And
just a nice, loving man. Just funny. Smart. He could always make you laugh. Loved to drink. So did everyone who was around him.
He did his job with me. I mean, I'm just capable and able to get through life. There ain't no doubt. With a smile on my face and able to be strong and compassionate to others. And I know that that's what would be most important to my dad, is just for me to be happy and for me to try to make everybody else around me happy. No matter, it's not about, being rich or being poor or anything like that. It's just about being happy and taking care of your family and just being together and laughing and loving. And I think that's what he would want the most, and that's what I think all three of his kids are capable of doing because of all his love that he's given us.
Make people feel good about themselves, whether it be through singing or just a simple phrase or, a word that he would say would just lighten people's day, brighten their day. And I don't know, when he sang, it just made everybody happy. He just was kind. He was a kind, gentle giant who you could always count on to make you smile and make you happy. I'm just so thankful that he is my dad. I feel so fortunate to have been able to call him my dad for all those years, and I'll never forget him.
I'll always remember that magic moment when I held you close to me as we